Hello everyone, welcome to Dentistionary. Today we are going to begin with a new unit in human physiology, that is respiration. Before starting it, let me ask you a question. What is the difference between respiration and breathing? Any guesses? Okay, let me discuss it. Breathing is a mechanical process in which fresh air is sent to the lungs while removing carbon dioxide from the body by muscular movements, whereas respiration is a cellular process in which the simple organic compounds like glucose are oxidized in order to liberate chemical energy in the form of ATP. So, simply we can say breathing is a physical process whereas respiration is a biochemical process, right? Okay, getting back to our lecture. To understand respiration, we must know what is the mechanism or the mechanics of respiration. Respiration includes inspiration and expiration, right? So, what is the mechanism of breathing in terms of inspiration? Inspiration is an active process, and during inspiration, the thorax is enlarged by number one, the movements of the ribs outwards and upwards, and number two, the descent or the descendants of the diaphragm, right, which is known as the diaphragmatic movement. So, what are the muscles involved in respiration? The main muscles involved in inspiration are the muscles in rib cage, intercostal muscles, parasternal muscles, and the scalene and neck muscles. Other accessory muscles are sternocleidomastoid, intrinsic muscles of larynx. Next comes the mechanism of expiration. In quiet breathing, expiration is a passive process, but during forced expiration, the muscles contract, which includes the anterior abdominal wall muscle, internal intercostal muscles, and the accessory muscles of expiration, like the adductor muscles of vocal cords. Please learn these muscles by heart. These are very important. It must be included in your answer. Next, we come into the lung volumes and capacities. Within lung volumes, we have the tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, expiratory reserve volume, and the residual volume. All the definitions are important, so please learn it by heart. And yeah, also remember the values. So first come the tidal volume. What is tidal volume? It is the volume of air breathed in or out of lungs during quiet respiration. Like the normal breathing what we do is called tidal volume. नॉर्मल वैल्यू इसकी कितनी होती है 500 मिलीलीटर. ये वैल्यू का आप सब याद रखिएगा. नेक्स्ट वी हैव द इंस्पिरेटरी रिजर्व वॉल्यूम. Inspiratory reserve volume is the maximal volume of air which can be inspired after completing a normal tidal inspiration. नॉर्मल इंस्पिरेशन के बाद जितना फोर्सफुली हम मैक्सिमम एयर इंस्पायर कर सकते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड इंस्पिरेटरी रिजर्व वॉल्यूम. It is approximately 2000 to 3200 milliliter. Next, we have the expiratory reserve volume. Expiratory reserve volume is the maximum volume of air a person can breathe out after normal tidal expiration. Normal expiration के बाद जो additional volume of air कोई भी individual breathe out कर सके that is called expiratory reserve volume. It is approximately 750 to 1000 milliliter. Next comes the residual volume. It is the volume of air which remains in lungs even after maximum expiration. Maximum expiration होने के बावजूद जो amount of air lungs में रह जाती है that is called the residual volume. Its normal value is approximately 1200 milliliter. Next comes the lung capacities. That includes the inspiratory capacity, expiratory capacity, vital capacity. Please mark vital capacity as a short note, important. Inspiratory capacity. It is the maximum volume of air which can be inspired after completing tidal expiration. Normal expiration के बाद the maximum volume of air a person can inspire in is called the inspiratory capacity. Clear है? Next is the expiratory capacity. Same है. It is the maximum volume of air a person can breathe out after नॉर्मल इंस्पिरेशन के बाद जितने अमाउंट ऑफ एयर एक इंसान ब्रीद आउट कर सके, लाइक एक्सहेल कर सके, इट इज कॉल्ड द एक्सपिरेटरी कैपेसिटी. नेक्स्ट वी हैव द वाइटल कैपेसिटी. वाइटल कैपेसिटी की डेफिनेशन, इसकी नॉर्मल वैल्यू एंड द फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग वाइटल कैपेसिटी यू कैन इंक्लूड इन योर आंसर for the short note of vital capacity, right? So what is vital capacity? It is the maximum volume of air which can be expelled from lungs by forceful effort following a inspiration. Inspiration होने के बाद जितने maximum volume of air a person can expire forcefully, please mark this word forcefully, is called vital capacity. It is normally 4.8 liters in male and 3.2 liters in female. Okay, please mark the formulas as well. TV means tidal volume, IRV means inspiratory reserve volume, ERV means expiratory reserve volume, and VC means vital capacity. Next we have this graph. आप सब ये ग्राफ को भी प्रैक्टिस करके अपने आंसर में इंक्लूड कर सकते हो. Okay, so now we have surfactant. What are surfactant? These are the chemical compounds that decreases the surface tension between the two liquid, or between liquid or gas, or between liquid or solid. So means basically surfactant का क्या काम होता है, वो surface tension between any two surfaces like the liquid or liquid, liquid solid और liquid gas, ठीक है, इनके बीच में जो surface tension होती है उसको reduce करता है, right? It may function as emulsifier, as wetting agent, as detergent, or any foaming agent as well. The surfactant is produced by granular pneumocytes, that is the alveolar lining epithelial type 2 cells. Please mark this. What type of epithelium is found in surfactant? It is the alveolar lining epithelial type 2 cells. Next we have compliance. The change in lung volume per unit change in airway pressure is known as the compliance of the lungs and the chest wall. Formula क्या होगा? Del V by del P means difference in the lung volume per unit change in the pressure. It is expressed in terms of liter per centimeter H2O. What are the factors affecting compliance? They are the lung volume, phase of respiratory cycle, effect of gravity and surface tension. यहाँ तक आप सभी को क्लियर है? Next we have dead space. This is also one of the important short notes. What is dead space? Dead space is the amount of air in the respiratory passage which does not take part in exchange of gases, means जो कि respiration में part नहीं लेता है, that is called dead space. The amount of air that remains in the lung which does not take part in respiration is called dead space. Clear? It is of two types, namely the anatomical dead space and the physiological dead space. Our last topic for today is the ventilation perfusion ratio. What is ventilation perfusion ratio? Ventilation perfusion ratio is the ratio of alveolar ventilation to the pulmonary blood flow. Means it is the measure of the relationship between the amount of air that is entering in what is it's called alveoli and the amount of blood that is flowing through the capillaries surrounding the alveoli in the lungs. In a healthy individual, the normal ratio is 1, which is present in the middle of the lungs. As alveolar ventilation is 4 liters per minute and pulmonary blood flow is 5, therefore normal value is 4 by 5, approximately 0.8. Simple mathematics. Hope so it is clear to you all. So that's it for today, guys. We'll continue this unit. Thank you so much. Keep supporting and keep showing your love to our channel, Dentistionary. Thank you.